Hey everybody, welcome back to Hawk Mock Motovlog. I'm Jeff, aka Sasquatch. Good morning. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, thanks for coming back. So today's question is, to dealer or not to dealer? That is the question. However, before we get going, I'd like to say the Grandpa Glide is now 100% back to normal. I want to give a huge shout out to my buddy Tire Bobby, owner of Tremont Tire. So Bobby has a 2009 Road Glide. That's a beautiful, beautiful bike. And I asked Bobby, hey, do you have any tricks to get the fairing off and on by yourself? Because I was having that issue where the radio wouldn't work. And he goes, oh yeah, bud, you take the screws out, you do this, or you take the screws, you undo the mounts, pop your fairing off. When you go to put it back on, take your headlight out. And I hate taking the fairing off until yesterday when I did this, and I was like, oh my god, this is way easier. So dude, a huge thank you for getting us back on the road and having music. Now, back to today's video. We're going to set cruise control at about 78. You'll notice I have a little different gloves. I kind of wish I had a different pair on. These are just some like gloves I got from work. They're just leather. They're a little chilly, and I know the trick of putting the rubber doctor gloves, which I have in the tour pack, but I didn't do it with these today. It's a balmy 50 out this morning, but I love this time of year, and it's September. So, like I said, the question is to dealer or not to dealer, and there's a reason for this. So, I called up a local Harley-Davidson, and I'm super lucky. I have about 4 dealerships within a half an hour, time-wise, of where I live. If I go to an hour, I think that number doubles to like 8 or 10. Not quite sure, but it's a substantial amount. So, why do I ask to dealer or not to dealer? So, Grandpa Glide has like 28,000 miles on it, which is nothing. I'm not complaining about the mileage of my bike. But I have never ever, in owning bikes, or Harleys at least, from 2014 or so to current 2022, 7 years, ever taken my bike to the dealership for any kind of work. I've always done it myself, or I have a great independent shop called Plimpton Cycle. I love the guys down there. But there's a reason for this. So, bike's got 28,000 miles. I don't know if it's ever gone to the dealership for any kind of service. Now, when I bought this bike back in November of 2019, I knew, or I found out shortly after, I should say, that I had 2 open recalls. And they're both for the ABS system with something with the rear brake, with the pressure switch or something, I forget. And I've been putting it off. Bike seems to run, I mean, I'm going 78 down the highway and I'm good. So I've been kind of putting it off. And spoiler alert, probably not ever going to do a video on it. Maybe we do, I don't know. I'm looking for some type of winter storage for the bike. And I ended up calling a local Harley dealer looking for a part for this and for somebody else's bike, but here nor there. And the guy in the service department goes, hey, real quick, I got to read you your spiel. We're offering winter service or a winter storage special, like $500. And I really hope that wasn't a month. I think it's for the entire term. $500, October like 14th, which is too early in my opinion, but I understand, to April 14th, which, okay. And that your bike will be on a battery tender. I think that includes like your state inspection sticker and I think a wash to clean your bike up. I'm like, oh, okay. He goes, but the catch is if you spend money through us while the bike is here, if you spend this amount, you get like $50 off. If you spend this amount, it's like $250 off. If you spend this amount, your storage is free. So this free storage is like $1,500, I think. Now, my bike has to go in, and I need the 2 recalls done, which recalls you don't pay any money for, I know this. However, last night before I took the bike home, or to the apartment, I'm leaving it up at my parents' residence at the moment, noticed, or my father actually had mentioned, hey, your rear tire's low. So I pumped up the rear tire to about 40 pounds, which got me looking at my tires, and I'm like, maybe it's time that I put some tires on this thing. And I quickly went on good old Revzilla, and I noticed that I've talked to a couple people, and actually Bobby was one of them, and he said, Michelin Commander 3s. All right. So I went online and I typed it in, and then it dawned on me. I changed out my front wheel to a 19 off a 14 to 16 Street Glide Road Glides, the Enforcer wheel. So I'm like, okay. So I priced it out quick. It was about, I don't know, a couple $100. It's just part of the game to play. Now, the reason I bring this up is, okay, I buy 2 tires, and I have them do, maybe my fluid change or whatnot. Have them do the 2 recalls while it's in there. That's going to knock some money off my bill. And then I saw, hey, I have a 30,000 mile for service. Well, why not do that? So while it's in there, they go through the whole bike. Now, today is September 2nd. So I have not contacted them. I have not said yes or no. I'm putting it down in the comments. Like I said, I have a great independent shop that I love to use. And they're great guys over there. The issue I have is I have never taken my bike to Harley, so I don't know what the service is going to cost me. So there's that. I get the recalls done. It needs 2 tires, blah, blah, blah. Now, in your opinion, is service a waste? I mean, I would love to have this bike for a long, long while. It does everything I want it to. I put a bunch of money into it, which I've done with other bikes, don't get me wrong. However, with this bike, I would like to keep it for an extended period of time. So I'm thinking if it goes in, I'm going to get whacked over the head for the 30K service. And I'm going to tell them, hey, listen, check everything. And I know one of the things is, hey, we do fork oil. I just had the Legends put in last year. I don't think I've even put 5,000 miles on them. But that being said, I'm debating it. Now, I also have, like I said, a multitude of shops in the area, so I don't know which one I'm going to go with. I don't know if they're all running the special. I don't know if it's only this one. And if it's this one running the special, I'll give it a try. So, do me a favor, guys. I'd like you guys to hop down in the comments. If you haven't already, give me a like on the video. It really helps. If you haven't already, hit subscribe. Drop down, though. Leave me a comment. Do you let Harley service your bike? Do you do it yourself? Do you have an independent shop doing it? And I will say, I know that there are people on the interwebs that say, go buy the $100 manual and do the service yourself. I could do that. However, like I stated, I do need some sort of winter storage, number 1. Number 2, I have the recalls, so I'm kind of thinking it's worth it. And maybe while it's in there, depending on what dealership, I might have a little bit of work done to the bike. But that is remained to be seen because I don't know if I want them to do the work or if I want to go to a speed shop to have it done. But that video, my friends, is for another day. So, without further ado, everybody keep the rubber down, the shiny up, and we'll talk to you real soon on the next video.